Hello students. We will continue with the previous chapter, that is atoms and molecules. So today we will discuss about the atoms. We will discuss about the rules to write a symbol for an element and about the atomic mass unit. Now students, all the house are made up of bricks, and the houses, they make a building. So the smallest thing in the building is brick, or if you consider an ant hill. So here the smallest thing is the single particle of grain. So same way the matter, you all know what is matter. So matter is composed of very small particles which are called as atoms, and atom is indivisible. It cannot be further divided. So atom is the smallest constituent unit of ordinary matter that constitutes a chemical element. Every solid, liquid, gas and plasma is composed of neutral or ionized atoms. What are ionized atoms? That we will discuss in next chapter. Atoms are extremely small and the size of the atom is measured in atomic radius. The unit of atomic radius is nanometer. Hydrogen atom is the smallest atom of all. Here you can see the slide, you can see the picture of atom. Now, atoms are so small that we cannot see them even under the most powerful optical microscope. Electron microscope can produce extremely magnified images of tiny objects. The most advanced type of electron microscope is scanning tunneling microscope. Scanning tunneling microscope can produce computer-generated images of the surface of elements which show the individual atoms. Here you can see in the slide also that image of the surface of silicon. So here these are actually the atoms which are arranged on the surface of the element silicon. Now we will discuss how to write the symbol of an element. Okay, so we will discuss the modern symbols of elements. Nowadays IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So IUPAC approves the name of the element. It is not that whatever we feel like we can give the symbol to the element. We have to follow certain rules and we have to write the symbol of the element in that way only. Okay. Now, first, the symbol of the element is the first letter. Okay. Or the first letter and the another letter of the English name or the Latin name of the element. So if the name of the element is in English or if it is in Latin, so the symbol, the first letter of the name of the element, that is used as a symbol. For example, symbol of hydrogen is H. So in hydrogen which is the first letter H, so the symbol of hydrogen is H. Symbol of oxygen, now in oxygen the first letter is O, so the symbol is O and it is in capital letters. And students, you also please make it a habit of writing correct symbols of elements. Now, second point, in case of elements whose first letter is common, for example, in carbon, calcium, chlorine, copper, here the first letter is common. So, for all these elements, we cannot write C because then it will be confusing for us. So, in such type of elements, two letter symbol is given. Okay, two letters are the first letter and another letter of the English name or the Latin name of the element. So here we give two names. We give two letters. Out of two letters, one is the first letter and the another letter, it can be any other letter of the name of the element. Another letter may or may not be the second letter. It is not necessary that if you are giving a two-letter symbol, the second letter will be the second letter of the symbol will be the second letter of the name of the element. It can be any letter. For example, symbol of carbon, only we give one letter, that is first letter. Symbol of calcium, we give C and second letter we are giving. Symbol of chlorine, that is C, and any other letter, L, that is the third letter. The symbol of copper, C and U. Now, why U we are giving here? Because U, copper, the Latin name of copper is cuprum. Okay, and in cuprum, that is CUPRUM, U is there. So that is why we are giving U. Okay. Now, when two letters are given, the first letter is always written in alphabetical orders and the second letter is written in small letters. Please make it your habit of writing the symbols in this way. Okay. Now, symbols derived from Latin names. Okay. Now you can see here, these are the symbols of few elements which are derived from Latin names. For example, you can see antimony. So antimony, we are not writing A or any other letter, but we are writing SB because the Latin name of antimony is terbium. In case of copper, we are writing Cu because here the symbol is taken from the Latin name, that is cuprum. Gold is Au. English name is gold, but we are not writing the symbol from the English name, but from the Latin name, which is aurum. Same way, iron, that is ferrum, and so on. So this is how we write the symbols. And students, first letter is written in capital and the second letter of a symbol is written in a small letter. Now, atomic mass unit. What is atomic mass unit? You know that atoms are small to see. We cannot see atoms. They are so small. So it is even more difficult to measure the weight of the atoms because atoms are so small that we cannot see it. So how it is very much difficult to weigh atoms. The atom of hydrogen has a mass of 1.673 into 10 raised to power minus 24 grams. Okay, it is not convenient to use such small and complicated figures in our calculations. Understood? Therefore, it was necessary to define atomic mass in such a way that we get simple figures for them. So students, now what we do, if we want to buy some, let us say onion, if you want to buy 2 kgs of onion, what is done? So that unknown weight of onion, that is compared with the known weight of 2 kg. So what is happening here? The unknown weight is compared with the standard weight. So same thing happens in case of atoms also. In case of atoms also, the weight, the mass of the atom, that is compared with the standard mass of carbon-12 atoms. Here carbon-12 atoms are taken as the standard atoms, or the mass of carbon-12 atom is taken as the standard mass, and the mass of other atoms, that is compared with the mass of C12 atoms. Okay. So now what is C12 atoms? C12 atoms, it has 6 protons and 6 neutrons in its nucleus. About protons, neutrons and electrons we will discuss in next chapter, but just you remember that in the center there is nucleus, and in that nucleus has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Okay, and the atomic mass of carbon is 12. Now in the nucleus there are 6 protons, there are 6 neutrons. So 6 protons plus 6 neutrons is 12. So we say that the atomic mass of C12 atom is 12 units. Okay, actually it is the sum of protons and the neutrons. So you see here now in the slide, the atomic mass of carbon atom is 12 units. Okay, now you see here 12 units, that is equal to what? That is equal to the mass of one C12 atom, and that C12 atom is taken as a standard atom. So 12U is atomic mass unit. Here in case of atoms, we take, I told you in the beginning, the mass of atoms is not measured in grams, it is not measured in kg. Okay, because we get a very big figures which we cannot use for calculations. So it is measured in atomic mass unit and it is written as U. So if 12 units, that is 12 atomic mass unit, if it is the mass of one carbon 12 atom, then 1 unit will be 1 by 12 mass of carbon atom. What do you mean by 1 by 12 mass of carbon atom? If you take carbon atom, you divide it into 12 equal pieces. Okay, and then the one piece, the mass of one piece will be equal to 1 by 12. Okay, you have studied ratio and proportions, I think. So, okay, now so 1 unit or 1 atomic, what is 1 atomic mass unit? That is equal to 1/12th mass of carbon atoms. Now the atomic masses of all the elements are determined by comparing the mass of their atoms with the mass of C12 carbon atoms. Okay, by comparing the mass to 1 by 12th of C12 carbon atoms. For example, you can see here the atomic mass of an element indicates the number of times one atom of an element is heavier than 1/12th of carbon 12 atoms. So it indicates how many times a particular atom is heavier than that 1/12th of carbon atom. 1/12th of carbon atom, what? I told you, if the carbon atom is cut into 12 equal parts. So it tells us how many times the element or how many times the element is heavier than one piece of that 12 parts. I hope now it is clear. Okay, now if you take the case, the atomic mass of magnesium is 24 units. So it tells us, it indicates us that magnesium is 24 times heavier than 1/12th of carbon 12 atom. Means magnesium is 24 times heavier than one part of 12 parts of carbon atom. Understood? Because I told you, if you cut that carbon atom, suppose in 12 parts, equal parts, what will be the mass of that one single piece? That will be 1 by 12. So magnesium is 24 times heavier than that piece out of 12 pieces. Or you can say it is 24 times heavier than 1/12th of C12 atoms. Okay, students. Now today we will discuss till here only, and rest we will do in next class. So if you have any doubt, you can clarify it from me. Thank you, students.